You are about to buy a car. You have saved the cash. You walk into the dealership, confident, ready to close the deal. No financing, no monthly payments, no games. You tell the salesman, I am paying cash. And in that exact moment, you just lost. Not a little, not a small negotiating edge. You just handed the dealership a $2,400 advantage before a single number was written down, before a single handshake, before you even sat down. And the worst part? The salesman smiled. Not because he likes you, because you just said the 5 words that every dealership trains its staff to celebrate. Today, we go inside the machine. Every hidden profit layer, every psychological trap, every test they run on you without you knowing, and the exact strategy, step by step, that beats them at their own game. Do not close this video, because the next time you walk into a dealership, everything will be different.
Here is exactly what we are covering today. We are going to follow 2 people, Malik and James. Same dealership, same car, same month. The only difference is what they said when they walked in. Malik paid $2,400 less than James for the exact same vehicle. We are going to break down all 14 hidden profit layers built into every single car sale, layers that are completely invisible to the buyer, and show you the exact dollar amount each one costs you. We are going to walk you inside the most profitable room in every dealership, the room most buyers enter with their guard completely down, and show you exactly what happens there. We are going to show you the 3 psychological tests dealerships run on every buyer to figure out how much money they can extract without you realizing you were being tested. And we are going to give you the exact 6-step strategy that lets you walk out paying the absolute minimum, legally, every single time. Stay with me through all 14 layers, because layer number 8 is the one that will make you genuinely angry.
My name is Zishan, and welcome to the Wealth Operating System, where we treat personal finance like an engineering problem. Today, we are debugging the car buying industry. Let us get into it.
Meet Malik and James. Let me introduce you to Malik and James. Both are 31 years old. Malik lives in Birmingham, UK. James lives in Houston, Texas. Both have been driving the same car for 7 years. Both have saved enough to buy their next vehicle outright. No financing required. Both walk into the same dealership on the same weekend looking at the exact same model, a midsize SUV. Sticker price, $38,500. Malik goes first. He has done his research. He knows the manufacturer's invoice price. The price the manufacturer charges the dealership for the vehicle is $34,200. He negotiated hard, back and forth for 90 minutes. The salesman made every dollar feel like a battle. By the end, Malik got the price down to $34,400, just $200 above invoice. Malik drove home feeling like he had won. He had not. James goes the following day. Same dealership, same model, same salesman. James walks in and says 5 words. I am paying cash today. James also negotiated, also fought for every dollar, also felt like he won by the end. James paid $36,600. Same car, same dealership, same month. $2,400 more than Malik. Both of them thought they got a fair deal. Only one of them was right. And to understand why, we need to go inside the machine.
The 14 hidden profit layers. Most car buyers think there is one profit layer, the gap between what you pay and the invoice price. There are 14, and the one you can see, the one you negotiate on the sales floor, is the least important one. Let us go through all of them. Layer 1, the sticker price gap. This is the only layer most buyers know about, the difference between the manufacturer's suggested retail price and the invoice price. On a $38,500 vehicle with a $34,200 invoice, that gap is $4,300. Most buyers feel like winners if they negotiate this down significantly. They have barely scratched the surface. Layer 2, the dealer holdback. After every single sale, the manufacturer sends money back to the dealership, quietly, automatically, invisibly. This is called the dealer holdback, and it is typically 2 to 3% of the sticker price. On Malik's $38,500 vehicle, a 2% holdback means the manufacturer sent the dealership an extra $770 after the sale closed. At 3%, that is $1,155. Malik negotiated to $200 above invoice. The holdback alone put the dealership at 4 to 6 times that,
before anything else. Layer 3, dealer cash incentives. When a manufacturer overproduces a specific model and needs to move inventory, they pay the dealership a private bonus to prioritize that vehicle over others. You will never know if the car you are buying has one of these attached. It is completely invisible to any consumer research tool. Edmunds, Kelley Blue Book, TrueCar, none of them show this. Layer 4.
Layer 4, volume bonuses. The more cars a dealership sells, the bigger the manufacturer bonus. Hit a certain tier, and every car sold in that period earns an extra payout. This is why dealerships get dramatically more flexible at the end of the month and the end of the quarter. They are not being generous. They are chasing a volume threshold that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars across their entire inventory. Knowing this, the end of the month is always the best time to buy. Layer 5, regional incentives. If a specific region is struggling with slow sales, the manufacturer can step in and offer dealerships in that region additional private incentives to move cars. You would never know this exists unless you worked
Layer
at the dealership.
6, floor plan assistance. When a dealership receives a car from the manufacturer, they have to pay for it, usually with a loan. That loan has interest. Floor plan assistance means the manufacturer helps cover that interest cost. Another hidden subsidy that reduces the dealership's true cost below the invoice price without any consumer research tool ever showing it. Layer 7, customer satisfaction bonuses. Manufacturers pay dealerships bonuses tied to customer satisfaction scores and brand protection metrics. Not directly tied to individual car sales, but another channel for money flowing from manufacturer to dealership, reducing their real cost further below the invoice price. Layer 8, the loan reserve. This is the one that will make you angry. When you finance a car, the interest rate you are offered is not just what the lender requires. The dealership marks it up. If the bank approves you at 4.5%, the dealership might present you with 6%. That extra 1.5% is called the loan reserve. It is pure profit, shared between the dealership and the financing company. Across a 60-month loan on a $34,000 vehicle, that 1.5% markup costs you approximately $1,400 to $1,800 in additional interest. Money that goes directly to the dealership, without you ever knowing the markup existed. Layer 9, the extended warranty. The finance manager presents a glossy brochure listing everything the extended warranty covers. It sounds comprehensive, professional, responsible. What the brochure does not highlight is the profit margin built in. Extended warranties carry profit margins of $700 to $1,000 per sale, and many of them contain exclusions so broad that when you actually need to use it, the specific repair you need is not covered.
Layer 10, gap insurance. Gap insurance is actually a legitimate product. If you finance a vehicle and it gets totaled, your regular insurance pays what the car is currently worth, not what you still owe on the loan. If you owe $28,000 and the car is worth $22,000, you are responsible for the $6,000 difference. Gap covers that difference. It is not a bad product if you are financing, but the profit margin built into the dealership's version, $250 to $400 per sale, is significantly higher than buying the same coverage directly from your insurance provider. Layer 11, protection add-ons. Paint sealant, fabric protection, wheel protection, floor mats, tint packages, each one presented as an upgrade, each one carrying $100 to $300 in profit. They feel minor individually. Combined, they add hundreds to your total cost. Layer 12, the documentation fee. The dealership charges you a fee for typing your information into their system, printing it out, and handing it to you to sign. In the USA, this fee ranges from $300 to $900 depending on the state. In the UK, similar administration charges apply. Pure profit. Zero negotiating resistance from most buyers, because by this point you are exhausted and just want to close the deal. Layer 13, registration and filing markups. Processing your vehicle registration, filing your paperwork, the temporary tag on your dashboard. Each one marked up $20 to $90 above the actual government cost. Small individually, automatic and invisible collectively. Layer 14, digital contracting and notary fees. Someone has to notarize your signature. $10 to $30 in profit, on top of everything else. Now let us add it all together. Profit layer amount, sticker to invoice gap, $200, Malik negotiated well. Dealer holdback, $770 to $1,155. Dealer cash incentives, unknown, variable. Volume bonuses, shared across inventory. Loan reserve markup, $1,400 to $1,800. Extended warranty, $700 to $1,000. Gap insurance, $250 to $400. Protection add-ons, $300 to $600. Documentation fee, $400 to $800. Registration markups, $60 to $180. Notary and filing, $30 to $60. Total dealership profit, $4,110 to $6,195. Malik thought the dealership made $200 on him. The real number, before the finance office is even fully counted, is somewhere between $4,000 and $6,000. And that is on a deal where the salesman said they were giving him a great price.
The most profitable room in the building. Now, here is where James lost his $2,400. And here is where most buyers, even well-prepared ones, give back everything they fought for on the sales floor. After the price negotiation ends, you are led down a hallway, into a smaller office. The salesman tells you this is just for paperwork. Your guard drops completely. The hard part is over. You shake hands, you sit down, you are ready to sign. The person behind that desk is called the finance manager. Do not let the title fool you. The finance manager is not a clerk. They are not there to process forms. They are the highest earning salesperson in the entire building. And they are seeing you at the exact moment you are least prepared to negotiate. From the public financial statements of major dealership corporations, Lithia Motors, AutoNation, Penske Automotive, here is exactly what happens in that office. The average dealership makes $2,000 to $2,800 per car in the finance office alone, on top of whatever they made on the sales floor. This is the room that runs on James. James walked in announcing cash. The moment he said those words, the dealership lost its entire finance office profit stream. No loan reserve, no interest markup, no gap insurance upsell, no extended warranty commission. The entire finance and insurance profit layer, $2,000 to $2,800, vanished. So the dealership did the only logical thing. It made up the difference on the sticker price. The salesman became less flexible, the negotiation became harder, the final number stayed higher. And James paid $2,400 more for a car his friend bought $2,400 cheaper because he announced something he thought was power that the dealership owed as a threat to their most profitable revenue stream.
The 3 tests they run on you. Here is something most buyers never realize. From the moment you walk into a dealership, you are being tested. Not aggressively, not obviously, quietly, systematically, professionally. 3 specific tests designed to identify exactly how much profit the dealership can extract from you. Test 1, the clipboard. You walk in. The receptionist hands you a form. Name, address, vehicle of interest. Will you be paying cash or financing today? Do you have a trade-in? It feels like a standard form. It is not. It is the first filter. Your answers determine how the salesperson is briefed before they even approach you. Cash buyer with a trade-in? The dealership knows exactly which profit levers to pull.
Test 2, the credit check. About 2/3 through the negotiation, they tell you they need to run your credit check. Sounds routine, sounds procedural. It is a commitment check. They are not primarily concerned with your creditworthiness at this point. They are confirming that you still intend to finance. And by agreeing to the credit check, you are psychologically committing to the financing path. Test 3, the pre-filled application. Before you enter the finance office, the salesperson fills out your loan application. By this point, you have confirmed your intent to finance 2 or 3 times without realizing it. The application is ready before you sit down. Your guard is completely down. The finance manager takes over from there. If you write "not sure" on the clipboard at test 1, the dynamic changes immediately. The dealership cannot categorize you, and an uncategorized buyer is a buyer they have to work harder to read. That uncertainty costs them money, and that cost becomes your leverage.
The 6-step strategy. Now, here is exactly what you do, step by step. The strategy that lets you walk out of any dealership paying the absolute minimum, legally, every single time. Step 1, walk in as a financing buyer. Do not mention cash. Do not hint at cash. Do not write cash on the clipboard. As long as the dealership believes you are financing, you are classified as a high-profit customer.
And that classification gives you maximum negotiation leverage on the purchase price because they expect to recover margin in the finance office. Use that expectation entirely to your advantage. Step 2. Ask one specific question at the clipboard stage. What is your loan origination fee? This question does two things simultaneously. It signals that you are comparing their financing terms against your bank or credit union, which is completely normal and gives nothing away. And it confirms for you whether there is an upfront fee you would lose by paying the loan off immediately after purchase. In most cases, there is no origination fee because the dealership wants you to finance through them. The money is not in the upfront fee. It is in the monthly payments and everything attached to them. Step 3. Negotiate the purchase price aggressively. Fight for every dollar on the sticker price. The dealership will be more flexible than they would be with a cash buyer because they're expecting to recover margin in the finance office. Use that expectation entirely to your advantage. Know your target, the invoice price plus a maximum of $500. Do not settle until you are within that range.
Step 4. Negotiate the finance office products. You now know the profit margins. Extended warranty, $700 to $1,000 in profit, negotiable. Gap insurance, $250 to $400 in profit, negotiable, or buy directly from your insurance provider for significantly less. Protection add-ons, decline entirely or negotiate hard. Documentation fee, push back. In many US states and UK dealerships, this fee is negotiable. Not always, but often enough to try. You do not have to buy everything they put in front of you. And the things you do want, you do not have to pay the first number they present. Step 5. Read the loan contract line by line. Before you sign anything, read every line. Every fee should be listed clearly under finance charges or loan fees. If it is not listed, it should not be there. Ask for it to be removed. Most importantly, confirm one thing in writing. There is no prepayment penalty. This is the critical piece. Without a prepayment penalty, you can pay off the loan at any time for any amount with zero additional cost. If there is a prepayment penalty, the math of this entire strategy changes. You would need to calculate whether the savings on the purchase price outweigh the cost of the penalty. In most cases, they still do, but run the numbers, always. Step 6. Sign the loan, drive home, pay it off. You sign the financing agreement. You drive home in your new vehicle. You log into your bank account. You pay off the entire loan balance the next day or the next week. You financed the car. Technically, briefly, but you financed it, which means you got the financing buyer's purchase price. You avoided the cash buyer's $2,400 penalty. You paid zero meaningful interest because you paid the loan off before any significant interest could accrue. And the dealership made far less from you than they planned.
Let us bring Malik and James home. Same car, same dealership, same month. Malik walked in prepared, negotiated aggressively, did not announce cash until after the deal was signed. James walked in announcing cash, lost his negotiating leverage before the conversation started. The difference? $2,400, created entirely by 5 words. I am paying cash today. Words that felt like power, that the dealership heard as opportunity. Here is the real lesson. The car buying system, like every financial system built at scale, is not designed to give you the best outcome. It is designed to extract maximum value from the maximum number of people using psychology, structure, and information asymmetry. Information asymmetry. That is the key phrase. The dealership knows things you do not. 14 profit layers you cannot see. 3 psychological tests you do not know you were taking. A finance office you walk into with your guard completely down. But now, you know what they know. And knowledge in any financial transaction is the only leverage that actually matters. The next time you walk into a dealership, you are not a buyer. You are an engineer, running a system against their system. And you already know how it ends. Now, I want you to share this video with one person who is planning to buy a car in the next 12 months. Not because it helps us, because $2,400 invested in a low-cost S&P 500 ETF at age 30 is worth approximately $17,000 by retirement. That is what this knowledge is actually worth. And if this video changed how you will approach your next car purchase, please subscribe. Because every single week, we are exposing the hidden financial systems, the invisible profit layers, the psychological traps built into the biggest financial decisions of your life, and giving you the exact strategy to win every time. My name is Zishan,
This has been the Wealth Operating System, and I will see you in the next upgrade.